Chapter 7. Certainty clears the path for what you desire. In 2005, early in my sober recovery, I was busy reading all types of self-help books, watching Hay House DVDs, listening to spiritual podcasts, and soaking up all the guidance I could get my hands on. There was one DVD in particular I just loved. The DVD was called You Can Heal Your Life, and it featured many of the authors whose faces graced my bookshelves, including Louise Hay, Christian Northrup, and the amazing Dr. Wayne Dyer. It was Wayne Dyer's part of the film that I found most moving, and I would watch him on repeat. I fell madly in love with his profound one-liners such as you think you shall be, and you see it when you believe it. These became my mantras, and through Wayne's guidance I began to place great emphasis on choosing the thoughts I desired to co-create my own reality. Each day I took Wayne's advice and willingly suspended my disbelief. I'd let go of all limitation and allow my mind to dream. I held visions of writing spiritual books in which I would express the incredible healing and growth I was experiencing. I saw myself as a speaker and teacher. I would create images of myself leading talks alongside these great teachers and offer guidance to audiences who, like me, longed for personal growth and healing. I stayed true to my visions, strengthened my certainty, and trusted the universe was supporting my work. My certainty gave me a sense of peace. I never felt the need to push my career ahead and instead trusted there was a plan. The universe responded well to my peace of mind. In time, my certainty turned into form, and my visions became my reality. In 2009, I signed my first book deal for Add More Ink to Your Life, A Hip Guide to Happiness. As soon as I received a galley of the book, I sent a copy to Wayne Dyer. I mailed the book to an address in Maui with no expectation of getting a response. Along with the book, I enclosed a thank you note to Wayne for helping me turn my visions into form. It felt amazing just knowing I had sent the book, regardless of whether he got it. A few weeks later, I received a letter in the mail postmarked from Maui. I opened the envelope to find a handwritten note from Wayne Dyer. He thanked me for the book and encouraged me to continue moving forward with my career. I was blown away by his generosity and love. I couldn't believe he took the time to respond to me. Several months later, I attended a Hay House event in New York City where Wayne was the headline speaker. I was sitting in the front row, hanging on every word. Midway through his talk, Wayne grabbed a book from a table on the stage and started talking about a young new author who had published her first book. He said, "This young woman will be on this stage one day speaking to an audience this large. She will be a fantastic teacher, and I want you all to go out and buy her book." And then he said, "Gabrielle Bernstein, please stand up and say hi to the audience." I was shocked. I hadn't realized that he was talking about me. I stood up and waved to the audience and thanked Wayne for his generosity. That moment was better than anything I'd dreamed about. 3 more years passed, and in that time I published another 3 books. The visions I held of being a speaker, author, and spiritual teacher were coming into form. The more I enjoyed the process and focused on the service and joy behind my work, the more it was supported by the universe. Then one day in 2014 in New York City, I walked out onto the stage at the Javits Center to give a talk. Stepping onto the stage and looking out at the big audience, I realized this was the exact stage where Wayne had stood years before, foreshadowing this moment. My longtime vision had come into true form. As you think, you shall be. Hard work, passion, and commitment can bring you all the support you need to fulfill your life's purpose. Certainty of outcome, however, is the secret ingredient. When we are certain, we can relax into a sense of knowing and faith. My all-time favorite passage from A Course in Miracles is, "Those who are certain of the outcome can afford to wait, and wait without anxiety." This passage gives me a sense of power. We all long for certainty in our lives, but our world feels anything but certain. We've grown to believe in fear, powerlessness, and doubt. The messages in this book are meant to challenge these limiting beliefs and encourage you to take on a new perspective, one that lets you learn to trust fully in a path and a power greater than you. When you let yourself dream big dreams and learn to rely on your inner wisdom, you'll receive the gift of certainty. Universal lesson: the path to certainty requires a profound desire to be free from fear. My commitment to freedom from fear gave me the strength to embrace certainty in an uncertain world. The freedom I speak of is an inner peace that can only come from genuine faith in the universe. When we choose to believe in the faith of the world, we are afraid. But when we lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Freedom and peace are frequently under attack, particularly when you feel powerless over a situation. In our lives, many situations arise that seem to be out of our control. The loss of a loved one, a frightening diagnosis, or news of a terrifying world event. And as a result, we lose faith. Even when everything is seemingly going great, we can lose faith. It's common for me to hear stories of people who, thanks to their committed spiritual path, have manifested awesome lives. And yet the presence of fear knocks them down. They tell themselves stories like, "This is too good to be true," or "It's too good to last." And just like that, certainty proves them right. But it's okay. Understand that we are programmed to have more faith in fear than certainty in love. Allowing the creative flow of love to move through us is the feeling we long for. Oftentimes we look for that feeling in a drink, a romantic partner, or some kind of worldly success. Looking back at my addiction, it's clear I was searching for that creative flow too, just in the wrong place. Once I got sober, I shifted my search inward to realign with the energy of love. My commitment to my inner life through prayer and meditation strengthened my faith and certainty in the love of the universe. I learned that I could simply step back and allow the creative force of love to work through me. This is when I truly began living. The following lessons will strengthen your faith on the path towards certainty. The Course says, "Trust would settle every problem now." Practice these lessons and you'll begin to experience a sense of certainty no matter what's going on in your life. Add up the moments of faith and surrender to certainty. Step 1. Get ready. Readiness is the first step on the path towards certainty. Are you ready to detach from the narratives, fears, and limitations of the world? Are you ready to put your greatest visions above the littleness of fear? Are you ready to let go of the past stories, experiences, and circumstances that led you into doubt? If the answer is yes, then you've begun the journey towards certainty. Remember, you don't need to know how you'll get out of these limitations. You just need to be ready. What would you do if you lived with faith and certainty? Write down your answer. Commit to this statement and set certainty in motion. Step 2. Think it, feel it, believe it. The second step on the path to certainty is to remember that your thoughts and visions create your reality. Much like my visions of being on the same stage with Wayne ultimately became my reality, you too can create the world you want to see. To help you in the creation process, let's practice a meditation in which I will guide you to align with your greatest desire. In the meditation, allow yourself to experience an emotional connection to your desire. Let go of the outcome and enjoy the feelings of desire, knowing that the universe will respond to your positive emotions. Universal lesson: the frequency you embody supports the experiences that you have. Creation meditation. Before we begin, make sure you have a notebook and pen beside you. You will use them immediately following the meditation. If you're driving, practice this later. If you like to meditate to music, I often recommend using a certain mantra for this visioning meditation. This Kundalini mantra is Ek Onkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Onkar. This mantra means that there is one creator of all creation. This mantra is the only Kundalini mantra that comes with a warning. Whatever you're thinking about while you're listening to or singing the mantra will manifest in your life. You will be in such a state of manifestation that your thoughts will have even more power than usual. Simply stay aware of your thoughts while listening to the mantra and consciously choose to lean in toward what you desire. You can download the mantra at gabbybernstein.com/universe. Begin your meditation in silence or with the mantra. Sit comfortably on the floor or a chair and close your eyes. Roll your shoulders back and straighten your spine. Place your palms on your thighs facing upward to receive the energy of the universe. Take a deep breath in and expand your diaphragm. On the exhale, allow your diaphragm to contract. Continue this cycle of long, deep breaths throughout your meditation. Take a moment to think of a desire that you've carried for some time, possibly a romantic love that you hope for, a sense of physical or emotional peace, a baby, or even reaching a place of clarity and inspiration. Honor your desires now. Now lean into this desire even more. Begin to imagine yourself living out this intention. See yourself walking hand in hand with your romantic partner, or see your body free from pain and illness. What images come to mind? Simply allow your mind to wander and bless you with creative visions. Honor whatever visions come to mind. If at any time during your meditation you feel a sense of doubt or fear, simply honor the feeling. Feel it in your body and allow it to pass. You don't need to push away the fear or doubt. Just allow it to come and go throughout your creative meditation journey. Honor the feeling and then return to the vision of what you desire. Continue to commit even more to the visions you desire. Breathe even deeper now. And allow your breath to align your physical energy with the emotions of your creative visions. Let the feeling of the visions move through you naturally. Sit comfortably for 5 to 10 minutes in the energy of this creative flow. If you choose to listen to the mantra in your meditation, you can chant along with Ek Onkar Sat Gur Prasad, Sat Gur Prasad, Ek Onkar. When you're ready, gently take a deep breath and release it. Then open your eyes to the room. Immediately following your meditation, open a notebook. At the top of the page, write, "Thank you, inner wisdom, for writing through me. I invite the loving energy of the universe to take over and lead me to a place of certainty." Free write for 10 minutes. Write down the visions you received. Let your pen flow and don't edit a word. Step 3. Get into a dialogue with the universe. Afterward, take a moment to reread what you wrote. Allow yourself to be moved by the inspired ideas that came through you. Let yourself be vulnerable and connected to your visions. Let the universe communicate messages or reassurance through your free writing exercise. In some cases, you may not have written anything connected or inspired. That's fine. New relationships don't always flow at first. Getting into a relationship with the universe takes time, commitment, and conviction. This is the first exercise in the book in which we actually get into a written dialogue with the inspiration of the universe. Stay committed to this practice and bring the free writing exercise into your daily meditation. Your practice of welcoming in a conversation with the universe will be the beginning of a new relationship. When you surrender and allow the energy of love to move through you, many inspired ideas and intuitive thoughts will arise. In time, as you continue this practice, more and more loving wisdom will come through. Words and ideas that you never could have come up with on your own will land on the page. Your handwriting might even change, and the lexicon you use may expand. Don't edit your words, just allow the wisdom to move through you. The more comfortable you become in this connection, the more certain you'll be that there is a power greater than you working full-time on your behalf. You'll naturally begin to channel the energy of love. In fact, whether we know it or not, we all channel all the time. We're either channeling the thoughts of fear or we're channeling the voice of love. When we pray and meditate, we immediately lock into our connection to love and surrender to our higher wisdom. It's our daily commitment to choose love, tune in, and converse with the universe that sets us up to live with certainty that we're being guided and supported. Living with certainty is so much fun. You can walk through life with a sense of safety, security, and power. You'll no longer feel disconnected from others and out of alignment. You'll know a new sense of connection that you can't get from any kind of material goods, titles, awards, degrees, and so on. This connection is everlasting and trusting, and it sets you free. Step 4, co-create with the universe. The final step in the pathway to certainty is to co-create with the universe. Tap into the images and emotions that came through your meditation and free writing exercise. Keeping those images and emotions in mind, try to feel what it would actually be like to live in that world. Think your way into the experience of what it's like to be living in your desire. Single, and in my late 20s, I remember longing for a husband. So many of my friends were moving in with their boyfriends and getting engaged. At the time, my true desire was to manifest the love of my life. Instead of letting fear and doubt discourage me, I brought my desire to the universe for help. I declared my readiness. I used my creative visualizations and meditation to help me feel the feelings of romance that I longed for. Then I took those emotions with me. Throughout the day, no matter where I was, I'd conjure up the feelings that I felt on my meditation pillow. The feeling of desire, love, romance, and excitement. I'd walk through the streets of New York City as though I had a romantic partner by my side. I'd imagine myself holding hands with my partner, close and loved. This was a very creative practice. I became a super attractor. After a week of walking around feeling these feelings, I was being asked on lots of dates. Guys started calling me out of the blue, and I noticed men checking me out on the street. I was putting out the super attractive energy of love and romance. If you walk around feeling defeated, doubtful, and sad, the universe can't supply you with the high vibes of positivity. When you walk through life conjuring up the feelings that you want to feel, the manifestation process begins, and your desires are reflected back to you. Test drive this practice once a day for a week and take note of what happens. Tap into your desired feelings and walk around with those emotions emanating from your energy field. Let these feelings of joy and desire support you in co-creating what you truly want to call into your life. Walking through life consciously choosing how you want to feel, regardless of what's happening around you, strengthens your faith and certainty. You'll feel certain because even if the actual desire has not yet manifested into form, it's manifested into your emotions. I spent 9 months in the practice of feeling romantic love around me. In that time, I felt certain that my partner was on the way. Even when a date didn't work or a guy wouldn't call back, I'd quickly return to my desired feeling and regain my faith. That faith and certainty is what allowed me to remain receptive during that time and ultimately attract a loving partner who today I call my husband. Over time, your visions will easily manifest into your reality, and you'll truly know what it means to paint the portrait of your life. You'll see clearly how what you create is a direct reflection of your certainty and faith in the universe. Most important, when you begin to co-create with the universe, you serve the world in a truly expansive way because you become an expression of joy. It's important to become mindful of how you use your connection to the universe. Far too often, I've seen people use their connection for the wrong reasons. I often see folks get caught up in an obsessive co-creation. For example, consider my friend Sam. Sam spent an entire year obsessively trying to manifest a new job title at work. His strong focus on getting the new title made him come off as needy, controlling, and energetically annoying. The need to get to a higher place actually pissed off his boss, and Sam never got the title that he ultimately deserved. I helped Sam see that his controlling desire was actually blocking the support of the universe. There was nothing wrong with wanting the title, but consider what might happen if Sam's desire was to truly enjoy his work and be of service to his customers, his coworkers, and the company. When you redirect your focus off what you're going to get and onto how you want to feel, the universe can get involved in the co-creation. When you co-create with a needy and manipulative energy, you may still manifest the desire of your focus, but it's not likely to last. The relationship may come in or some business deal might materialize, but the benefits to your soul and the lasting happiness you seek won't be satiated. You will have shortchanged yourself of the joy and lasting benefits that come with following the steps I've outlined. When you're aligned with genuine feelings that bring you joy, then the universe will support your desires. Now, having said that, recognize that we all get entangled in the ego manifesting routine. It's to be expected. I want to call it out now so that you can be mindful of it and gently guide yourself back to truth whenever you get caught up in the obsession of the how and when things will manifest. Instead of obsessing about the outcome, focus on how you want to feel. The way to get your needy and controlling vibe out of the way is to stop praying for what you think you need and instead pray for the highest good for all. Whenever you pray for the highest good, you get your agenda out of the way. You surrender into the universe's plan and release your own. Remember, the universe doesn't respond to manipulation. The universe responds to love. Certainty brings forth an energy of peace. That is the goal. To live in this world, but believe in a peaceful, loving world beyond it. Our faith in a world beyond our physical sight is what allows for genuine peace to set in. A Course in Miracles says, You are at peace, and you bring peace with you wherever you are. When we accept that inner peace is a choice we make, then our physical worldview changes. Our true acceptance of that peace sets in when we fully embrace a spiritual relationship of our own understanding. Now, I want to let you into my spiritual worldview in an effort to help you design your own. I believe in angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, and a community of loving entities who are always guiding us to lean toward love and unlearn the fears of the world. I believe that the universe is the ever-present energy of love within us and around us. I believe that in any given moment we can align with that powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. We can measure our peace based on our ability to align with this force field of universal energy. I trust in these spiritual guides just as much as I trust in my husband or my mother. I believe in them deeply. I know they are working through me to strengthen my faith in the universe. Most of all, I believe that we are here in these bodies at this time to learn great spiritual lessons. As we come to embrace the light and transformation within these lessons, we're guided to spread the light to the rest of the world. I nurture this faith daily with prayer and meditation. This certainty sets me free. It's taken 36 years and many past lives for me to own these beliefs fully, and today I can say with full conviction that my certainty is the greatest blessing I have ever received. It is my mission to help guide you to know your own certainty. Maybe your faith lies in religious beliefs, or maybe you connect to the universe when you go for a long run or spend time with your children. I don't care how you find this connection. All I care about is that you establish a relationship with a higher power of your own understanding. The more energy and intention you bring to your faith, the more fearless and free you will be. Your fearless freedom will light up the world. When we witness certainty in others, we remember a truth that lies within us. It was Wayne Dyer's certainty and absolute faith in the universe that drew me to him. His faith strengthened mine. As I write this chapter, I celebrate Wayne's life as he left his body only a few days ago. My heart is heavy, and millions of people throughout the world are deeply saddened by our collective loss. But deep down I know, with certainty, that Wayne's spirit, enthusiasm, and guidance will never leave us. As we move on with the guidance and practices in this book, I will continue to encourage you to trust in your own spiritual faith. To help you further along your journey of certainty, I welcome you to take a moment to think about what the energy of the universe, God, or spirit means to you. There's no right or wrong answer when you're committed to love. Your faith in the universe will grow and strengthen daily. For now, honor where you are and trust what you believe in today. One day at a time, we can lift the veil and move from darkness to light, from fear to faith, and from disbelief to certainty. Let's recap the pathway to certainty that we covered in this chapter. The first step on the path toward certainty is your readiness. Stay willing to be free on a moment-to-moment basis. Tap into the feelings you desire through your meditation. Begin a dialogue with the universe through your writing exercises. Consciously co-create your reality by tapping into the feelings you desire and cultivating those feelings in moments throughout your day. Stop praying for an outcome and instead pray for the highest good for all. Establish a spiritual relationship of your own understanding. It will change and grow, but for today, honor your relationship to the universe. A Course in Miracles says, "I lose the world from all I thought it was and choose my own reality instead." When you lean on certainty and faith, you change your mind about the world you see. Your faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Deepen your connection to the universe one meditation, prayer, and positive desire at a time. Let your faith be your guide as you release the perception of the world you thought you knew and embrace true freedom and peace. In the coming chapter, we build on your faith as you begin to recognize how the universe talks to you. The practices and stories in Chapter 8 will guide you to deepen your daily dialogue with the universe so that the presence of love takes on a whole new role in your life. Get psyched for what's in store. Chapter 8. The Universe Speaks in Mysterious Ways. In